This is a stock worth your watch list, worth your attention. So ticker symbol S, SentinelOne, is having a clear upward trend of total revenues, and their debt is shrinking. But the stock is getting crushed, down 68% in the past 5 years. Year over year, it's down 36%. And the reason why this is time sensitive is because look where this stock is at currently in terms of a major support area. This stock is currently $13.97, and we're approaching major support here at this $12.78, $12.42. We're already starting to see some insiders buying, a lot more selling than buying. $595,000 purchase at $14.89, and a director purchase. This was last month, and the price is even lower now at $13.97. So SentinelOne provides an AI-powered cybersecurity platform. You might be wondering, okay, well, if the numbers look so great, why is the stock getting crushed? Well, it's largely because investors have been cautious about its growth/outlook, even though the company is still growing annual recurring revenue about 23% and improving profitability. So today I'm doing a deep dive on this company to try to figure out, okay, is this a buy here, or should we buy this if it gets to that all-time low critical support level? So SentinelOne is a cybersecurity company. They sell endpoint protection, basically software that protects computers and servers from hackers and ransomware, and they're using AI to do it. So, AI is hot. So why is this showing such relative weakness? Meaning, why are all these AI stocks flying and this one is going lower? So there's several reasons why this stock has been hit hard. Number one, growth is slowing down. Revenue growth went from 47% back in 2024 down to 32% in 2025. And now they're guiding for 22% in 2026. So the growth is decelerating. Number two, weak guidance in their Q3 earnings. They guided Q4 revenue at $271 million. Wall Street was expecting $278 million. That's a miss. And when you miss on guidance, especially in this market, you get punished. Stock dropped 8% after that. Number three, CFO departure. Barbara Larson, the CFO, announced she's stepping down. They brought in an interim CFO, Barry Paget, who was the chief growth officer. But anytime you see a CFO leave, investors get nervous. Number four, and this is interesting, there was some political drama back in April of 2025. Trump signed an executive order targeting Chris Krebs, who was a board member and chief intelligence officer at SentinelOne. Krebs resigned. Stock dropped 12% on that news. So yeah, there's been some volatility around this name. Number five, competition. They're going up against CrowdStrike, which is the 800-pound gorilla in this space, and Microsoft Defender, which is basically free if you're already paying for Microsoft 365. So it's a tough market. Now, here's why people think this stock is undervalued. Number one, the valuation gap. This is the big one. So CrowdStrike, ticker symbol CRWD, trades at about 24 times revenue. SentinelOne trades at 4.3 times revenue. That's an 82% discount. 82% discount to its main competitor. And here's the crazy part. They are both growing at the same rate. Both companies are growing revenue at 23% year over year, same growth rate. But one trades at 24x and the other at 4x. That's a massive gap. Now, is some of that gap justified? Yes. CrowdStrike is bigger, more profitable, has more enterprise customers, but 82% seems excessive. Number two, they just hit profitability. Q3 2026, they reported 7% non-GAAP operating margin, first time positive, and free cash flow margin hit 6%. So they are no longer burning cash. They're actually making money now. Number three, Purple AI is working. Their AI product has a 40% attach rate now. That's a record, and deals with Purple AI are 25% larger than deals without it. So customers are paying more for the AI features. Number four, federal government opportunities. They got FedRAMP high authorization in September 2024 and GovRAMP high in January 2026. That opens up a $20 billion plus market in government contracts. Government moves slow, but once you're in, you're in. Number five, the CrowdStrike outage. Remember back in July 2024, CrowdStrike had that massive global outage, $8.5 million million devices crashed. Banks, airlines, hospitals, everything went down. SentinelOne stock jumped 21% in 5 days after that, and management said they saw a record pipeline of potential customers looking to switch. So I did like seeing that one insider purchase, but there's been a lot more sales than purchases. So let's just look for more insider buying, and I'll definitely keep you updated on that. Feel free to like and subscribe. Annual reoccurring revenue just crossed 1 billion. Actually, 1.06 billion as of Q3. That's a big milestone. Gross margin is 79%. That's industry leading, very healthy. They have 873 million in cash on the balance sheet and basically no debt. So they're not going to go bankrupt anytime soon. At least that's not what I'm saying. They have plenty of runway. They have 1.3 billion in RPO. That's remaining performance obligations, basically contracted future revenue. So there is visibility there. And they just authorized a $200 million buyback program. When a company is buying back its own stock at these levels, that tells you something about how management views the valuation. So I don't really like talking about analysts too much, but the average price target is around $21 from these analysts, which is about a 50% upside from here. High target is 28 to 30. Low target is 16. So even the bears think there's not much downside from here. But the biggest risk, number one, in my opinion, is the growth could keep slowing. And if they guide for sub 20% growth next year, this stock is going lower. Number two, CrowdStrike is not going away. They retained 97% of their customers, even after that massive outage. That tells you how sticky their product is. Switching costs are real. Number three, Microsoft bundling. When Microsoft gives away security software for free with their enterprise licenses, that's tough competition. 28% market share just from bundling. Number four, they still don't have a permanent CFO. That needs to get resolved. Number five, tariffs and macro. If the economy weakens, IT budgets get cut. Cybersecurity is usually the last thing to get cut, but still it can happen. So this $14 area is critical. And this is the 3-month chart. So there's still 2 months left for this candle to close. It might close above this area here at $14.44. But I would not be surprised to see buyers jump in at this $12.78 level and $12.42 level. But it's all about the numbers. It's all about what's going on under the hood. So SentinelOne is a beaten down cybersecurity stock trading at a massive discount to its peers. They just turned profitable. They have a strong balance sheet. They have a differentiated AI product, and they have catalysts coming with government contracts. But the stock is cheap for a reason. Growth is slowing, competition is fierce, and there's been some management turnover. Is this a value trap or a hidden gem? I really don't know, but I just feel like if it does come to this level, just from a technical analysis perspective, I feel like traders are going to come in and you'll get at least maybe a 10% pop if you're a short-term trader or not. Again, this is not financial advice. It could go a lot lower. But what I would like to see here are more insiders start loading up. And let me think of some examples that work. So this 3-month chart, you can see here, Beam, ticker symbol Beam, came exactly to the all-time lows and bounced from 14 to 31. So this had a 100% return. I was talking about Victoria's Secret not too long ago. This came all the way down to all-time lows, went from $13 to $59 a share, so huge bounce there. Now let me show you some examples that didn't work out. This is Teladoc, came all the way down, no bounce, all-time lows. Now it's currently under. So I really don't know how this company is going to turn out for a long-term investment or even a short-term pop here, but I do know that we're at major support. We're starting to see some insiders buying, even though it's just one. We might start seeing more here at this area. And also the valuation gap versus CrowdStrike is hard to ignore. So if you're looking for a cybersecurity name for your watch list that's not trading at nosebleed valuations, this might be worth putting on your watch list. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Peace.